Diehard sprints to his right, throws back across the middle, and he's intercepted.
Emotion, as experienced by a diehard sports fan, is almost directly related to the wins and losses of their team, something Minnesota Vikings fan Evan Soderholm has experienced firsthand.
They went into New Orleans to play the Saints. Miracle season. Brett Favre at the helm. Lost in a heartbreaker in OT. And as soon as Brett Favre threw that interception, when the Vikings were in field goal range, tears started flowing. Cried nonstop for about 3 hours until I fell asleep. Still haunts me. It's probably the hardest I've cried in my life.
But why do these people act like they do? And why are these emotions so strong? Quinnipiac psychology professor Michael Sheehan believes it is all part of forming your identity as a person.
We study a lot of is development of identity. So one of the important things as we grow up is that we need to know where we belong. A lot of who we root for sports teams overlaps with all of that.
This is something that both younger fans like student Neil Ravin and older fans like businessman Fred Robertson have accepted fully in their lives.
People feel like when they watch their team, they're not actually on the team, but if they win, if that team wins, they're winning also.
You become a part of the fabric of every one of the teams. I mean, you become a part of the team. You're not just a fan sitting in the stands. I mean, you're part of the team.
Sheehan also believes that much of the emotions, most notably hatred, comes from the idea of a rivalry between two different teams.
Another way to answer your question, too, why we get so emotional about it and why it, like you said, it can ruin someone's year, is the way sports rivalries work. It's what we call in psychology and in the study of identity, negative interdependence, which is a fancy way of saying that part of our identity as a sports fan is identifying negatively with our rivals.
You have to maintain that emotional connection. And along with that, you start developing hatred. And the hatred is for the opposing teams. I won't mention the Yankees or anything like that, but you start developing that kind of hatred. And it's natural. It's inbred in you. It's ingrained in you. It kind of becomes part of your fiber. And you have no choice.
But a moment Robertson experienced at the 2004 World Series parade for the Boston Red Sox showed how meaningful being a diehard fan is to people of all ages.
When we were at the parade, we're seeing people that are 80 years old standing there with just tears coming down their eyes. And you realize how much of an impact that moment had on those people. It was extremely emotional, to the point where it was like, you can't describe it. I mean, it was really unbelievable.
For JRN 291, I'm Steve Robertson.
Seeing the looks on their face.